เข้าก่อนกินก่อนนะไอ้ยำ
This is October the 17th, Thursday, and we are in Sydney, Australia. Came in this morning, and of course this is the symbol for Australia. And we are on the wharf, ready to go out to do a ferry cruise of this area of Sydney. Our boat's coming in. He's docking now, and we're going to get on in a minute. There we are. Here's the Sydney Bay Bridge. We're still on this cruise. Had a wonderful meal downstairs. And there's the Sydney skyline with the Opera House in the foreground. They say about 4 million people live in this, going under the bridge. An amusement park along here near the bridge. Whoa. Sometimes the ferry rocks just a little bit. Tours could take us all the way up to the top of the bridge where the Aussie flag is flying. We noticed that the flag is flying at half-staff because of the terrorist bombing in Indonesia, where quite a number of Australians were killed because they go on vacation there so often. There's the Opera House in the best pose with the best light. Sydney is a busy tourist place with lots of people from all over the world, and it seemed like lots more people from China and Japan, and I think I even heard some Koreans in this area. Across the street from where we normally would see the harbor are some shops that have been around for a long time, apparently. An old hotel, a rockhound shop, a sheepskin shop, and Sydney's oldest pub, right down here near the harbor. And here is the Sydney police station. At least it once was. The site of the first hospital. There is small specialty shops down the way. Lovely tree. It looks like it must be of the locust family. And right on the other side of it is a small park and the harbor itself. We are told that the whole Sydney area is built on limestone, and many of the buildings around are built on limestone, which is supposed to go like 2 miles down into the earth. This is Mrs. McCrory's chair. She was the wife of the first influential governor of this area, and used to come here and sit after convicts had chiseled the rock out, because she loved to look out over the harbor. There's a giant fig tree which has the spreading roots. They seem to be quite common here, and Joan is sitting under it. And another one of the huge fig trees with its spreading roots. The Sydney skyline is most interesting, with the restaurant 1,000-foot tower. We were just there. Out across the bay, as we've seen before, is the Opera House and the bay.
And it was hopping along the road, hopping at me, and I said to the Aboriginals, "What's that over there?" And they were pointing to this animal, and the Aboriginals simply replied, "Kangaroo."
We're in a section of Sydney called Bondi Beach. We'll go out on the beach in just a moment. It's a beautiful beach, and it's right adjacent to the city of Sydney. Digitile, zoom. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Now. Boy, he's getting one after another. This is Sydney's first life-saving club. The beach is very clean and well developed. The temperature today feels like it's about 60 degrees and very windy from the sea, so we probably won't go down on this beach. There are a few hardy folks out there. They probably have wetsuits on, attempting to surf the big waves of the Tasman Sea. It's a little bit on the cloudy side today, but people are still out strolling and walking. These are called the Cliffs of Dover. Okay, this is Friday morning and we are out here at the Featherdale Wildlife Park.
Oh, look at there.
X.
Oh.
X. 3X.
Oh.
On the clock. 3X. White X. 3.
Oh, yes.
Eh?
Okay. Thank you.
Sprechen Sie Deutsch? Sprechen Sie Deutsch? No.
I am a visitor. A visitor.
Okay. Incredible.
San Ferneu. Faccio il quello dopo.
Kookaburra.
Chicken, chicken, chicken.
¿Ponéis todos de acuerdo?
And this is a galette. See? That's a sulphur crested cockatoo. Can you say sulphur crested cockatoo? I don't know. Cockatoo. No, find it out. Can you say galette?
Sí que muerde.
Yes.
Okay.
How are you doing? This is a wonderful wildlife refuge. Birds are singing outside of the cave everywhere. Lovely place. amazing variety of birds, waterfowl. What kind of snake is that?
It's an olive python.
Olive python?
Okay, thanks.
Are you gonna have a go?
No, you know.
Want to make a photo? Yeah, sure. This one. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Actually eat it.
So tell me again about their eating habits.
It's pretty much they sleep around 18 hours, 20 hours a day.
Uh-huh.
Wake up, have a bit of a munch. In the wild, they'll go for searching for food for a little while, takes a bit longer. Have a bit of a nap, and then just have a big sort of meal as much as they can.
So they're basically low energy critters, huh?
Yeah, they've got move very fast when they want to. They're actually just choosing not to.
Oh, look at that.
Now
This one, Louise.
he's moving slightly.
Yeah. Look at that, stretching his leg.
See about that.
Look at this one.
I know. There's the one to have your picture taken with. He's eating away, and look at the eyes, like they're so dark.
Can you take a picture of the two of us? What a time to run out of film.
Thank you.
They're really very small. Sooty owl. Yeah, I saw that.
Doesn't like your cousin Pauline.
Birdie, isn't he?
No, you're taller than him.
Up high, maybe that will be better.
Want to try now?
Come to me, we'll do another one. We'll look for farmers. This is the farm.
He likes the ice cream cone too. Okay, I got your picture. Posing for your pictures.
Yeah, I thought they were black and blue. We're going to have a fight here. Children is here. Goodness gracious.
Might be boys and girls.
Tara, look now. Can you see it? Everybody work?
He's a wombat. I don't think we'd want to tangle with him. They won't come out of their hiding place, them little devils. And I thought. course, he's got the mange on the back. That's one of those little devils.
Hey, put her out.
There he comes.
I got him. There. Oh, God. Isn't he ugly?
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Oh.
Ask the girl devil.
Top of a Betty. Oh, Betty.
Right here. If you're tall enough.
We're gonna miss something if we go too far in that way. Here's the Eastern Mall Rouge. Well, they wouldn't mention. They might think you've got food. Where's the koala? I get the.
That's a cockatoo. Gang, gang cockatoo.
Now don't fight. Put your cup in there.
Oh, here he is up here. He is up here. Oh, those tracks are busy.
Dingo, but he can't seem to get him out of there. And the fence is in. And lots more roos here. Lots more kangaroos. Lots more roos here, huh? Lots more. Come on. That's the south end of a peacock going north. And here's a beautiful white one too. There's another one down here. Thank you. I might have missed him.
Oh, look at his neck. Yes.
He's a big crowd, yeah?
Yes, proud as a peacock kitten. Where are you going, mister? What's the rules? You gotta hold my hand. You gonna go anywhere?
Stick to it because they could fly.
I know.
There's only two bridges in the world like this one, and the other one is in Malaysia. Vietnam, yeah, that's right, Vietnam. From the game reserve down to the harbor, where there are all kinds of cruise lines, and across the way is the Maritime Museum. And then there's a bridge across the harbor. And then up here is the aquarium. People from all over the world are here. We've met people from Scotland and England, and we've heard languages. I've heard languages. I have no idea what they are. Lots and lots of Orientals come. And it's a gorgeous day. The temperature is about 70 degrees. They haven't had hardly any rain here all year, so it's exceedingly dry. It seems like one of the favorite pastimes of the men here is to stand around or sit around and drink beer and talk. Here at this restaurant, where we're going to have salad, and we're going to have a time of refreshment.
Snap, 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 snap. Which one? 3 jellyfish. That's a good one. I like that one. You saw those big blue jellyfish? They were beautiful. 3 jellyfish. 3 jellyfish. 3 jellyfish sitting on a rock. One fell off. Aww. 2 jellyfish. 2 jellyfish. 2 jellyfish sitting on a rock. And another one fell off. Aww. 1 jellyfish. 1 jellyfish. 1 jellyfish sitting on a rock. And he fell off. Oh. How did that count? No jellyfish. No jellyfish. No jellyfish sitting on a rock. 1 jumped on. Yay! 1 jellyfish. 1 jellyfish. 1 jellyfish sitting on a rock. And another one jumped on. Yay! 2 jellyfish. 2 jellyfish. 2 jellyfish sitting on a rock. And another one jumped on. Yay! I can't hear you. 3 jellyfish. 3 jellyfish. 3 jellyfish sitting on a rock.
We're leaving this particular wharf area since there are really many small bays and harbors connected with the main harbor. It's really very... This is one of the largest shopping malls in South Asia, or southern hemisphere. It's a beautiful ornate building. Built like a cathedral. Cathedral for shopping. And there, I find her in there. Oh, look who's here. Let's walk in and see what it's like. It's magnificent. It is absolutely magnificent. There's an old-fashioned lift here. And a wonderful, look at the tiled floor here. A wonderful place with shops on every side. Wow. Want your picture taken? shops filled with all kinds of things. High-ended stuff, yep. That is true. And then upstairs there are shops. And there's Gallery 2 up there. We'll go up and take a look at that. And above us is a beautiful clock. Coming down, and down below us is another level for shopping. We enter the second side, the other half of this building. And again, it's the same sort of thing with specialty expensive shops all along. Cafes and so on. And here's an example of a rather small stone. This Queen Victoria building is a temple for spending money. And it is indeed a beautiful, beautiful place. Just notice that spiral staircase that goes all the way up, probably to the roof. And from up here on the second floor, we look down on the people going across the beautifully tiled floors. And looking out.
Sorry.
No? Oh, I'm sorry. This is a Yamaha player piano. You just fit the part, honey. The presence of Orientals is very noticeable. There are many, many restaurants in this beautiful building. We are now on the third floor, which is probably the most exclusive of all the floors. There's the bargain basement, the basement, first, second, and third floors. And they're all jammed with shops, and every one of them is doing business. Jade bridal carriage was used by Chinese emperors, and it is made totally of jade except for the wheels. 300 tons of raw jade were used to begin with, and it ended up to be about 2 tons of jade. Incredible. Talk about opulence and excess. Wow.
Put this in the bag.
Brownie, is it? Brownie.
I don't know. I think the focus is going to be bad on this. Anyway. We don't have enough credit in the credit card, or we would buy it. We would buy it. Probably would be an exceptionally good investment, better than the investment we've had lately. Thank you. That's nice. I'm glad you got it. Here's a gallery. Spiral staircase, that's the spiral staircase I was looking at before. And I didn't even think to look all the way up. But when you do, you come to this humongous dome over the top, like you might find in a cathedral. We shouldn't be surprised if they have a full-sized replica of Victoria here and her coronation when she was 19, and all that went along with that. What is it, dear? What is it? What does it say there? Oh. This is an advertisement for a movie, huh? Joan! And there she goes into the terminal. Just caught the end of it. Okay. And we came in that little old airplane bumping along over the eastern mountains and the endless sandy beaches, uninhabited. It's Saturday, October the 19th, 5:30 p.m. Here we have begonias and other flowers I know nothing about. This is supposed to be tropical, a bit more tropical than Sydney, but I've been told that there's been very little rainfall up this way as well.
Colga Woodworks is one of the better galleries.
Okay, very good, very
Neil
good.
used to manufacture lathes at one stage, and this fellow actually has one
All right.
his lathe. It's a lovely little hammer, isn't it?
Yes, it is. And you pronounce your name Sobe? Scobie. Okay. This is Neil and Elizabeth Scobie. Let's see, woodworker and tech extraordinaire.
Demonstrator.
Demonstrator, and Liz, you're the textile worker, I think.
And decorator.
And decorator. Okay, very good. Well, we have had a wonderful time, and we purchased a bowl that's a little smaller than that, but something similar. And we're very tempted to purchase that beautiful jewelry box, but we don't have enough jewelry to fill it.
You can take a photo home.
We have it, yes. That is really good. Thank you. We arrived here at Coffs Harbour on Saturday afternoon. It's now Monday morning, and came to the Pacific Bay Resort. We came to a little airport. We were the last plane in at about 5:30, and they were closing up the airport at that time. And our cab driver stopped with us to go to the grocery store, and then he brought us here, and we have come to enjoy this very beautifully landscaped and groomed and built place. Even though it's very, very dry here, their perennial bushes seem to be doing extremely well, and they're great variety, though these look pretty dried out. And many of them, because it's spring, are in full bloom. I hear lots of native birds, and I just caught one. There's one over there. And busily preening himself. Palm trees and a great variety of other trees are in great abundance around here. Garbage pickers have come in great numbers this morning. There's a black-billed ibis, and lots of seagulls fighting and arguing over the garbage left from last night's rock concert. As I come up over the rise here from the seagulls, there's a beautiful lagoon here with lots of lily pads. Man-made lagoon, very low in water because of the extremely severe drought that they have here, but supplying the needs of the creatures. Glad to have some water. The grounds are kept very nicely, and in the distance you see the mountains as you go out west of here. Mountains and rolling hills are everywhere, and on this particular mountain, as we saw yesterday, out toward a town called Grafton, there's a banana plantation at the top of this hill. And there is what looks like, where is he? There he is. What looks like a penguin to me. May not be a penguin, but it sure looks like one. No, it isn't. His tail. There's another Australian bird grazing out on the golf course. Quite a handsome feller he is. I lost him. Where is he here? The building that we're staying in. It's the 6th floor, a lovely suite, with 2 large rooms, bathroom, bedroom, and all the amenities of home plus more. So that's where we are, right there in that building. The Stelladora lily is here as well. Stelladora lily is here and grows well. And so do other lilies. Now from this high point, we get the vantage of the entire complex that's around us. Over there is a reception hall, dining rooms, and other activity center, and then the lagoon in front of us. And going over this way are the buildings where we stay, and another set of buildings over here. And there are cottages back through the hills here, operated by this same company. Morning glories thrive here as well. Toward the top of this very long hill are property sites for sale and already built. They are, I suspect, very exclusive. They're called Pacific Vistas. And we just saw a Jaguar drive in there. A 5-minute walk from the beach, from the resort residences, is this beach. First time I've been here. Let's go and take a look at it. It looks like a tolerable place. Very scenic, with fine sand right down by the water. Nobody on it right now. Going for perhaps at most a mile. And out there is the point of one side of it, the great ocean with an island there, and the second island far in the distance, covered by probably what amounts to some smoke from the forest fires, and then the other point. So we hope to enjoy that descent. And then there is the honeysuckle. Smells just as sweet and fragrant as our honeysuckle does, lining the walkway toward Charlie's Restaurant. The room is located right up there on the 6th floor. And then we pan back, and there's a beautiful lagoon right outside of our window that we can see from where we are. Somehow I taped over maybe 15 minutes of some tape in Sydney, and so you'll just now see some taping of St. Mary's Cathedral, larger than the cathedrals that we saw in Germany, and we'll just go see that right now and then return to Coffs Harbour. And this vast vaulted ceiling is supported by wooden struts. And flying buttresses outside. This is our last evening at the Pacific Bay Resort, and they have a beautiful beach here. The sand right down by the water is nice and fine and soft, though the rocks out this way aren't. But the wind is high and the temperature is probably about 70, 74 degrees, and the water is quite cold, so we have not availed ourselves of the use of this beach, except that it's really a beautiful cove, and I thought I'd come out and take a quick look at this cove, give you an idea of what this is like over here. It's a beautiful place. There are 2 points that go out into the Pacific Ocean. There's one. There are 2 islands that can be seen, one far in the distance there, one fairly closer, and then the other point is over here with a rock outcropping which I'm about to go and climb. The rocks underfoot seem to be, these rocks seem to be kind of mundane until you start looking at them more closely, and you find they're all different shapes and sizes and all different colors and apparently different rock types. I wish I were a geologist. I'm now climbing the rock ridge along here, and this outcropping has been washed by the waves for a very long time, and we will get some beautiful views from here. It is very nice right in this area. We're out of the wind, and so it's very pleasant right here. Looking out that way, we see the end of this particular point. I think it's the north side. And then looking across, you get an idea of how the waves have washed the rock, and the waves are quite active right now. And the far point also has this rock outcropping. And over yonder, as you can see, there is a small building. I haven't been able to figure out whether that's for docking ships, boats, or what. And you look around here and you see the beach where I came from right over there. Ah, there is one lone beach walker out there. In a few weeks, this beach will begin to fill up because it's a public beach. You can notice over there, you see there's forest fires in the mountains. It's not quite 8 o'clock, and it's Thursday morning, the 24th of October, and we are at the Cairns station getting ready to go up into the mountains. And I'll take a number of videos, and so we're looking forward. Here this morning is about 80 degrees, maybe 85, and the humidity is very high. And we're here at the railroad station, a very busy street, and a pawn shop across the way. We're now on the train going up to Corinda. We have sugar cane on the right here, but because of the drought, it doesn't look very good. There's tall sugar cane ready to be harvested. This is one of the most fertile sugarcane growing areas in all of Australia, and they can get as many as 40 tons of sugarcane off of 1 acre of land. And it takes 7 tons of sugarcane to make 1 ton of sugar. We're beginning to climb up into the mountains.
Cooktown in the early 80s. Passengers, you may wish to close your windows. Passengers.
This is Barron Gorge, isn't it? Barron Gorge, yep. There's a dam there, and then the water comes down. I think it's an electric generating place. It comes down the gorge. Yes, it would be great if the falls were running, but the drought has destroyed that. Not very wet right now. Must be beautiful when there's plenty of rain. You think it's 1,000 meters down there? 3,000? It's a long way down.
Yeah, I would think.
Sure.
1,000 feet maybe.
More than that. We're going to get on one of these and keep going.
Yeah, Donnie.
Partners in crime we are.
Yeah.
Okay, we're off to the races here again.
Well, Wayne, do you live in Westchester County then?
Yeah, we live in Chester County.
Chester County.
Yeah, we live about 12 miles from Westchester town.
Yeah.
And we live in the town of Coatesville, which used to be a we just let it run. Which used to be a steel town.
Oh, really?
Yes, used to have large steel mills there.
So
But they're all gone.
Some employment brought you there.
I'm a minister of the gospel.
What church?
Presbyterian. Presbyterian Church in America.
My son's been in
Kansas?
Yeah.
It's pretty common, I think, throughout the world now.
You know, you wonder sometimes. No, I know, but what do you think?
Forest
No,
fires.
could be forest. No, could be just... See, some of these...
Forest fires, yeah. The dust and the
you need a
smoke.
strong wind or something to start a fire.
Well, but you need some kind of...
Check that out, Larry. How
I think
how
it's
high are we?
I think it's 150 feet. But
Really?
But Donnie thinks it's 2,000.
Right? I think it's 2,000. The trouble is you're working in feet and I'm working in meters.
Yeah, but you understand feet.
Yeah, I went
3 feet to a meter, basically.
I went to school at the time where there was.
All right. These trees reach 50 meters.
That's 150 feet
150 feet. So we're about 200 feet maybe above the canopy.
We really are.
Looks like 2,000, but now, where we viewed the Barron Gorge and Barron Falls, the river drops 280 meters.
280 meters times 3, which would be
like
about 1,500 feet.
900, 3 times 300,
3 times
900 feet down.
So it's about 1,000 feet down there.
So Donnie, you were right.
1,000 feet.
You were right.
I said 1,000.
1,000 meters.
Meters.
Oh, Larry, you were right.
Larry was right.
Yeah. What's your business, Larry?
Well, I've done a lot of site strategy work for retailers.
Oh, you mean you...
Including Target Corporation.
Oh, really? You tell them where to build?
Yeah, but I'm not with the company now. I went with Kmart. And then
Kmart die completely or something?
They're
Or
in bankruptcy right now.
downsizing or downsizing?
They're just in a mess.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I mean, one of the reasons I started a department because of the CEO coming in.
Uh-huh.
Lo and behold, when he left, although I knew it would happen, whenever a CEO comes in, the CEO leaves. If the CEO asks you to come in, guess what? When he leaves, you probably leave.
Mm. Are they going to close all the stores?
I hope not. But if they go see their Chapter 11, which means they're kind of in a holding pattern.
Yeah.
And they'll come out of Chapter 11. Then guess what? If they don't make it, they'll go back into Chapter 11. But if they go into Chapter 11 again, it'll be Chapter 7.
That's it.
It's
That's
most
what I
of
am
them.
too. I've done a lot of things.
But I guess I'm in a profession, a caring profession.
Yes,
And
yes.
that's what's been all my career.
Well, me too. Yeah.
Working with people.
Yeah, I was a parole and probation officer
Oh,
for
right.
21 years
Public
in
service.
Philadelphia.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's interesting. I mean, your career, but I've always worked with people.
Yes.
And a helping type of
Yes.
profession, and I've enjoyed it.
Yes, so have
Not
I.
made me incredibly rich or something, but it's
No,
given
you
me-
never get rich
it's,
doing
it's
that.
given me other types of pleasures.
No, you get rich personally.
Personally, I think it's
I'm
made
not
me.
sure.
Well, no,
Especially
it's
in
made
parole
me.
and probation.
No, well that one.
I'm parole and probation.
Well, that one you
But
probably really wonder because.
Look, there's our railroad over there, and there's the bridge, one of the bridges we went over.
No, but it has given me this richness of getting to know people.
Yes.
On a different level and different scale.
If you notice across the way, there's the railroad that we went across, and there's one of the bridges that we went over.
Yeah, that's it. Look at that, Larry. That bridge.
Yeah.
That view, almost like a V on the rock.
Yeah.
Straight ahead.
Yep.
There it is. Uh-huh. It's kauri. Kauri pine. It's the same thing that you find a lot of. It's the main tree in New Zealand. This kauri tree is humongous. "150 feet high." What color is that bark? It's tan and gray and almost white, reddish.
Kauri is a dark timber.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, when it's the timber itself, when it's this thing comes up beautiful.
It's lovely wood for wood turning. I do wood turning.
Canes.
There seems to be
Canes.
an area there. I wonder what that is. The development going up there. All right, and the
No, that looks. I bet that's where their sewage disposal plant.
oh right. Looks like water.
It's
See,
very
that-
hazy and smoky today.
Yes.
Dusty.
Well, they had major dust storms yesterday in the central part of.
Little shower, like if we're going to shower now, a couple of days earlier to be green again. But it's only a quick fix. You need soaking rain for a few weeks to really get into the soil to do any good. If you're just going to shower, just surface band-aid effect. There's no water restrictions at the moment. You'll notice the tree is stunted, round. They cut the centre out of the tree. If you flew over the tree, they all look concave in the middle of them. They cut the centre right out of them. The fruit grow around the outside. They can get on a platform on the back of the tractor and harvest really easily.
The mangoes.
Yeah, beautiful mangoes here. Bowen variety of mango. They also have strawberry mangoes, Kentish mangoes, turpentine mangoes, common mangoes. But the Bowen is the best. No strings.
We've come about 40 miles southwest of Cairns out into the tablelands, and Mariba is one of those places where cattle are grown. This is a museum of the Old West.
Grandmother's one like that.
The Singer sewing machine.
I had to practice on it because they had treadle machines at school
Sure.
in Home Ec.
Right.
And I didn't know how to use it because my mother had an electric one. So I had to practice on my grandmother's.
Isn't that amazing? Yeah, this is the back country, and people made do with what they had. Yep, they made do with what they had. Pioneer life wasn't quite similar wherever it was, with the very basic tools and lots of hard work. Basic tools and lots of hard work. This was the mining industry, and the blacksmith shop. Sharpening things. And something of the wet tropics. Not only that, out here, tobacco was grown. They gave it up several years ago and then decided to start growing it again. This is where demonstrates how it was dried. Original phone exchange for this particular area with its switchboard and mail slots there, and our driver again.
Did you see the cassowaries over there?
Let's go see them.
This is the cassowary, those little blue ones.
Okay, yes.
And the cassowary eats them.
Okay.
And eats the cassowary plum, which they haven't got. I should bring some down here to give them to put in here.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a plum about that big, and it won't germinate unless it passes through the cassowary system.
Oh, I think I've heard that. That's
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah. And that's how the plants get spread around.
Right, right.
Germinate, drop them in.
Mm-hmm. Hmm.
And of course here's the Ulysses, purple, and around there it'll go turquoise and then blue. So if you move around the butterfly, it changes colour.
Okay.
So if you get around here, it's gone green.
Yes.
And you get around here and it goes really blue. See?
It's amazing.
Amazing.
Yep. This
and
is
they're just painting cars with that now, with paint like that.
okay. So they change colors as you move by.
Yeah, and then you come right around to this side, it'll be blue.
Yes.
Fabulous.
Is the carpentry shop with a huge bandsaw, as we will see in a moment. These huge wheels, and then a table where sawing was done, and huge logs would be brought in and cut. Outside we have some old vehicles and farm machinery. Farm machinery here. And this is a complete blacksmith shop, rebuilt for museum purposes. How is it inside? Empty? Where they had bunks on both sides, and I don't know what they did up front here. What we have here is a railroad train powered with a gasoline engine used for ambulance purposes.
mock-ups of gun emplacements, tanks and planes and everything. Weapons.
Neil, our driver, said that there were 200,000 American troops billeted here in this area in the past, during World War II.
And as we go past that, you can just see the tailplane. You'll see the nose of the Canberra bomber as we go past there. See just there?
This is part of the old American military base that was here during World War II.
See them with the covers over the cockpit?
Yes, yeah, is it American or
something like that? This American soil. You can grow anything here. So he's irrigating down the road.
We've come south from up high in the mountains into the flatlands, tablelands they call them, and a lot of fruit is grown in this area. Corn, sugar cane, and macadamia nuts and so on. Okay. It reminds us of like western Kansas and the areas of the old frontier that have been developed. Loading, sir. Zucchini.
Yep.
Ah, and you grow it yourself?
Yep.
All irrigated?
Yeah.
This is a huge fig tree, so large we can't really get it into the frame. But it's, I think they said 3 fig trees together, isn't it? One growing on top of the other. I think that's what Neil said.
So you have right back up the end of the platform up here from the whole tree.
So is that the main tree on here?
Yeah, that's one of them. There are 2 in here.
Let's do it with
This is Friday morning, and we are in the process of getting ourselves situated here on the Quicksilver to go out to the Great Barrier Reef. Never thought I'd see this. Detroit diesel. Take this man's picture. He's never had it done before.
Don't show it to the police.
I found her. I found her.
Okay, there you go. So once we get to Port Douglas, you want to see that.
Oh, okay, good. This is a beautiful air-conditioned boat with all kinds of amenities, and we'll have a complimentary lunch here, coffee, snacks, and out the window is the ocean. We are leaving Cairns behind and going north to Port Douglas. Back here we see the swells from two large 16-cylinder diesel engines that drive this double-hulled catamaran. It's really a wonderful boat. It's very quiet and extremely comfortable. And it looks like the sea is going to be fairly calm today. There's a lifeboat on the back here. Going out to sea, away from the shore, but as you see, there are buoys along the way that guide the captain. Coming out to the bow of the ship, we have this scene. And looking out over the Grand to our right, it's still very smoky. There's a smell of smoke in the air from the forest fires, and it's also very dusty. Right behind this colored glass.
This is Wayne getting into his wetsuit before he takes a very carefully supervised scuba dive. This is Wayne ready to go on his very carefully supervised scuba dive.
Quite a bit of weight, the belt gets shorter. this? This is this. Anyone? No. These yours? Right, so these are whose? Mine. Right, hold on to those, sir.
Yep. What are we carrying here, about 60 pounds? 50 pounds?
We're carrying about 50 pounds.
But it's nicely distributed.
It is.
No,
You guys just want to spit in your masks and push it around a bit.
Have a good spin. You know where those guys, it's your old ones. Alright, how are we going? Everyone right there? Yeah, please. Okay,
I can't reach my nose.
yes, that's correct. That's good. Okay.
That's the way the plan goes. So to remove water, you push the little black button at the top.
There's not a button. That's the thing's hot. It's hot.
Oh,
There.
you hold
Three of those. That's it. Yeah, push your thumbs. Don't use your thumbs. Don't use your thumbs. Holding it there.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see. You push it toward your forehead.
Yeah.
Inward. Okay, now
And
that's
then
all.
push it
I
up.
was pushing
Yeah.
down.
Lovely. I'm going to check your ones. It's holding up, isn't it? Right. Oops. Okay, guys. I've got one down there. So I'll grab it for you. Well, one is because you're breathing through your nose. It has to be treated properly. So it's probably more hot masks.
It is thin enough, that's right.
Okay.
Thin enough.
Yeah, the spit was what's the spit? This is empty. Completely empty.
Yes.
Check it out.
I'll check it.
Take it a regular. Okay, guys.
There he goes. His tank.
That's up to you.
The other end. Yes, that's it. It's not answer to that, is it really? He's the water for about 15 seconds. Breathe in and out. Just go straight in. Yeah, straight in. That's it. That's it. Breathe in and out of your mouth. Basically what I
No, hopefully you'll like it. Good. We're going to display on the other side of the too.
Next time I might do
a whole sheet of each shot.
just help the lady.
If you have a look at it, if you like it, the prints on the way home, $40 for each shot folder. Be ready before you get off the boat.
They're being instructed right now what to do. Let's roll over on the left.
Okay, three goes with that, okay? Alright, what we're going to do guys is sit down and what I said earlier, we're going to practice
Go down and get acclimated to
twice the second time we'll swap regulators, but I'll show you what you have to do. Okay? The other thing is how you get water out of your nose, that's when you hold it there, look up regulators, like that, and then we're going to equalise like we do on the airplane. Okay, blow, swallow, blow, and play down your eyes like fire. Your own time. Good time to sit down where you are. Okay, we'll try and sit down. You'll probably find yourself a little bit quiet. No, put the regulator in first. That's what you're going to use for breathing. Well, that mask isn't being any good, is it? That's either, is it? Use this last part there. No, it's not. Just try it. Try that. Come back over here though and sit over here. Now sit yourself down with your legs over the edge. Okay?
On that, right up into the lagoon behind this particular reef that we're visiting. This is the Agincourt Reef, by the way, Agincourt Reef number 2D. There's about 6 separate reefs that are all a part of the Agincourt system. Agincourt 1, 2, 2, A, B, C, D, 3 and 4.
Oh yeah.
As we turn the corner here, we've got the main part of the reef on our left-hand side. Now we'll manoeuvre in between different parts of the reef here now, but coming up on our right, we've got some really nice examples of massive corals. These ones are called boulder coral. Big browny yellow one close to us and a blue one a bit further away. They're the slowest growing coral. They grow only around 5 to 10 millimetres a year. Looking away, further away from us, there's a school of fish over there that are called sweetlip. They've got the yellow tails and lips, and there's a big Parietes coral here on our right with sweetlip swimming over the top of it. At the top of a really nice little shallow area, we're hugging the edge of the reef, really shallow underneath. It'll only get to about a foot or so underneath the sub as we move through here. Lots of really nice branching corals in this area. These, probably the most common is called the staghorn. Some really nice navy blue staghorn down here on our right. And a little bit bigger patch a bit further along. Some really dark staghorn straight down. This staghorn coral grows around 30 centimetres a year, so it's really fast growing compared to the other corals. And being so fast growing, it's also very, very fragile, and it will break off quite easily when we kick it, or also when the seas get rough out here. You can imagine with all these different corals, we've got the boulder corals growing only at around 1 centimetre, plate corals at 7 centimetres, and the branching corals at around 20 to 30 centimetres a year. That if they were all left unchecked, the only ones that we'd really see would be these branching corals. They take over everything else. But we do have a fantastic level around here. It's called a off, so that's why we get such a good area of diverse coral. See that with front, so it couldn't be the turtles. And they grow up and they stay here in this spot until they reach maturity. Once they reach maturity, they then head back to where they were born. The bulk of the ones that we get in this area are born a couple hundred miles north of here in a little group of islands. The unfortunate thing for these green sea turtles is that it takes around 45 to 50 years for them. As I was saying, we're on the outer part of the Great Barrier Reef at the moment. We're actually on the edge of the continental shelf of Australia. The depths between this area and the mainland are quite shallow, only averaging around 35 to 40 metres. On the outside of the reef, however, there's a different story. There's another one over on our left. And it's around 3 kilometres deep out on the other side, on the open ocean. And we're just going to head back along the wall towards the pontoon, just relax, enjoy the rest of the ride. Just remain down in your seats until we are safely tied up back at the pontoon. We'll then ask you to move back upstairs. Hey, enjoy your day with us, and I'll see you back up there shortly.
Got a form over here, gentlemen, with your names already on it. Just sign up to the name. Yeah, say you're alive. Take that off,
We are in the lower part of the pontoon platform here. And it's pretty amazing to see all of the small fish.
you what I took?
Yeah. Yeah, we can go inside and do that.
Because I got.
I don't know whether you will have gotten it clear or not, because